And we are coming down in 3, 2, 1.
Welcome to Getting Sorts of Drunk. I'm your hostess, Cupcake the Riddler, and I'm joined by...
The Master's Massey. Sorry, I was following everybody.
And the Rat of a Red Baron.
You know, 350th time.
Yes, sir.
And for the 350th time, I will ask, can you guys hear me okay?
Yes.
No.
I'm going to try to turn you up, though.
So the problem is the speaker on my phone is broken.
Uh-oh.
Ooh, that's fun.
Well, it's not broken, but it's just like it's very hard to hear. I've tried cleaning it out. So I have a headphone in, like a wireless headphone.
I mean, I think you sound all right. If I turn you up, you're fine.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yes, I can.
Did I hang up on you guys?
No, I can hear
Sure. You do you.
Still trying to boost you a little bit. I mean, you're clear, but just a little... Got you at minus 15 dB. I'd like to get you at minus 8.
God damn it, Kendall. I could have troubleshot this before
I
we
don't know if you
started.
can hear me, but I can't hear you guys. I don't know what happened. Just go on without me. Let me figure this out.
All right. Well, welcome to another episode of Getting Sports with Drunk. Live on whatever we're on.
Live on the internet.
Live on the internet. DA internet.
DA internet.
Dot internet. Starting lineups, I guess.
Yeah. I'm continuing with my Bell's IPA variety pack. I have the Change of Heart. It's an experimental black IPA. I don't know exactly what that is. I keep forgetting the box upstairs to kind of like read the description. I figure when I review them all, I don't know what the other beer tasted pretty much exactly like the Two Hearted Ale. So I've thus far been disappointed. Not that they tasted bad, but so far kind of been unimpressed. And then I have a.
How is this? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Do I sound okay?
Yes.
In fact, I'm going to notch you back.
I don't know what happened. I put in the second headphone thinking maybe with like having both headphones like would amplify my speaking because like there's kind of like a little microphone in both headphones.
Mm-hmm.
And then it just went radio silent on me.
Okay.
All right. Sorry to interrupt there. Kendall, go ahead.
Oh, no, I was just mentioning after my Change of Heart, I have a 16-ounce PBR that I'll be enjoying.
Nice.
Yes, sir.
Nice. Mass, what are you drinking?
I'm drinking some Bush that I got.
So it was really weird because the buh started in my left ear and then the shh went on my right ear.
True stereo.
I am drinking. Going to see how this is going to go tonight. Paul might be a little buzzed at some point. I am drinking a 1 pint, 3.2 fluid ounce, otherwise known as the 19.2 ounce, Second Fiddle from Fiddlehead Brewing Company.
Where's Fiddlehead?
It's in Shelburne, Vermont.
Shelburne.
It's 8.2%. I have 2 of them, and I haven't eaten.
Nice.
And I cracked it because I'm thirsty.
Hey, sometimes dinner is 2 beers.
Lord knows there's enough fucking carbs for it.
Fair enough.
Holler at me.
Oh.
Hello.
Toast of Excellence?
Kendall?
I have 2. The first one
Kendall,
being...
I swear to God, if one of them is to grimace, I'm going to drive to Milford and punch you in the fucking mouth.
That was literally the first one.
Oh,
Hilarious.
Literally the first
hate
one.
you.
All right, let's hear it,
Listen.
Kendall.
The meme cultures have won, and we're 2 weeks off of it now because we were off last week. But Grimace, threw out the first pitch for the Mets, and they went on a 7-game winning streak. It was a glorious time. It unfortunately did come to an end, but Mets fans will finally remember the Grimace era. So, shout out to him. Secondly, I am kind of indifferent to this, but I will say that it has happened. I'm glad it was this brand. The Pittsburgh Pirates teamed up with Sheets for marketing to put a logo on their uniform. It was very discreet. It's on the sleeve. And I guess it's a worthwhile brand to that area, so I give it a caps off to them doing it. Yeah. It's kind of a really weird way to say that, but toast, yeah, ish.
You can toast whatever you want. I mean, you toasted throwback jerseys before.
Yeah, it's true, but
More than once.
I'm not a purist. Like, oh, you can't put a logo on a baseball jersey. Like, I don't know. I don't really know how I feel, but I guess I'm glad that it is like something to that
Get
area.
used to it because you're going to see it on 31 more teams.
Oh, I know, but I guess I'm glad
because teams are going to be desperate for money pretty soon.
Oh yeah.
I just mean, like, I'm glad that it wasn't just like Honda. You know what I mean?
Well, the Mets will do Honda.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure the Mets will have something totally ridiculous.
I mean, if the Mets are smart, they're going to do. If the Mets are smart, they're going to do fucking McDonald's now.
Yeah, that's true. That would make sense.
How much money they would get for that?
A lot.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what I got.
Hey, Flowrider scored.
I have 2 toasts of excellence.
Shoot.
First one is to Fox and the MLB. During the Rickwood game a couple days ago, they switched the game to a 4:3 aspect ratio and put it in black and white to really give that feel of the old school baseball again, and I thought that was a pretty cool thing.
It's cool.
And then what the hell was my second one? Where the hell? I wrote it down somewhere.
What the fuck, Richard?
Oh, here we go. Did you guys see this Justin Turner thing the other day?
No, but I'm kind of. Is this the second of 2?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm kind of disappointed in both of you.
Oh man.
Right. I figured I'd leave the other one for you.
You don't even know what it is.
The hockey one?
I don't.
Nope.
Then, no, I don't.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Justin Turner.
So,
Guy who looks like a member of every single slow pitch softball league in America.
that's very funny. Blue Jays were playing against Cleveland, and he was sliding to second base, and as he was sliding, his helmet came off and bounced in front of him and prevented him from being tagged because the helmet got in the way. I'm gonna link the video in the Discord so you guys can watch it, because this is just funny as shit. But he was deemed safe because they didn't actually tag him.
Sometimes I'd rather be lucky than good.
And with Justin Turner, it's almost always that.
Yeah, right.
Paul, what do you got?
I'm curious to see which hockey one you were talking about.
Well, we'll get to that after yours. What's yours?
No, I want you to do the hockey one.
No, you first.
Do the hockey.
No.
Listen,
Matthew, do the hockey one, or I'm going to work late tomorrow.
You know, I'm still going out regardless if you do that or not.
Yeah, but it won't be as fun.
I mean, this is true, but you're just depriving us of that if you're doing that.
Do the hockey one, please, because I asked nicely.
No.
That's what we need. My toast of excellence is to Mike Mock playing the Pokemon game on Discord, but not joining the chat. Joining the show.
That's very funny. Fine, Paul. All I was going to say is mine was to the Edmonton Oilers for battling back into the series after being down 3-0 and forcing a game 7.
They just battled back down 1-0 to make it a 1-1 game.
Yep, I'm watching it right now.
They're not.
Rude.
I don't know if I actually have a toast of excellence, to be honest with you. I mean, toast of excellence.
What were you so ashamed of us for not saying?
Nobody toasted me shooting even at Maple Hill.
Was that the past? I thought that was last week.
We weren't on last week.
Oh, okay.
Well, that's an hour bad then.
I feel unloved.
No.
Kyle would have toasted it.
That's true. He would have. We're bad friends.
I made Kyle laugh pretty hard today.
Oh, yeah?
I told him that I was Grimace without any fur.
You told him what?
I told him that, like, if I got naked, I'm what Grimace looks like with no purple fur.
That's very funny.
Made him laugh pretty hard. I mean, a toast of, kind of a salty, mean-spirited toast of excellence to the Chicago Cubs.
Sure.
For being so disappointing that it's kind of taking the heat off the Blackhawks for the White Sox for being so bad.
Hey, that's all right.
Because, it's one thing to be bad. It's another thing to be a disappointment.
That's very true.
And then I also would like to give a toast of excellence to Jaylen Brown for thinking that he's going to get the ring back that he lost at the parade, even though he's offering like 3 times the ring's value as a reward. Pretty sure no one's given that back.
He lost his ring at the parade?
Well, not the championship ring, because they haven't awarded those yet, but he had like a custom-made ring that said Juice on it. And
oh, Paul, I think I lost you.
he took him off his hand to put in his pocket or something. And can you hear me now?
Yes.
I don't know what he did, but he lost one of his custom-made Juice rings, and he has been putting out like Instagram stories saying like, handsome reward for the ring, and he told some reporter that he would give like triple its worth if someone returned it. And like, it's all fine and dandy. It's probably a real ring, and it's probably worth I don't know, $20,000, and I could use $60,000, but I'm for sure not returning Jaylen Brown's ring if I find it.
Yeah, he's not getting that back.
No.
It's still pretty funny, though. I do feel bad, though, because especially if it has sentimental value.
Fuck him.
Sure.
That's what I said. I said, fuck him.
That's what I said. I said, fuck him.
Yeah, I don't really have a toast. I mean, I kind of like... I had to have saved something. It's been
So
2
are we
weeks.
talking about the fact that the Oilers are up 2-0? Oh, no, never mind. No, they're not. I saw
the
a
game
quick
I'm
replay.
watching.
I saw a quick
The game I'm
replay.
watching
I
says
looked away and
1-1.
they showed another score.
Well, what's
But it
funny
wasn't
is not
a
only did
replay.
you give the Oilers another goal, but you took away Florida's goal. You were like,
Did I
not
say
only am I
2-0?
giving them... No, it's 1-1.
Did I say 2-0 though?
You did.
I
The
gotta
Oilers,
stop drinking.
the Oilers cashed in their one take a goal away from the opposing team.
Can you imagine?
What was
That
the
makes
last
sports
date?
fun.
What was the last date of a show we did? The 10th? Oh, damn it.
10th,
so
yeah.
I already toasted that.
What?
Hey, toast it again.
Jason Worth. Well, Jason Worth winning the Belmont Stakes. Hello.
I liked your mean-spirited toast there about the Cubs being a
Did you, hear
disappointment.
did you not hear what I said?
I heard it.
Yeah, fuck the Cubs. Toast of excellence is just like... I did that one too.
Hey, Paul.
Yes.
Who is this game worse for the loser for? Is it worse if Edmonton loses or worse if Florida loses?
I mean, it's worse if Florida loses. They had a 3-0 lead, and this is like their second time in the Stanley Cup in, very short time span, like last year. So I mean, it's worse for them. I mean, for the Oilers, it's like, a hell of a run. You got the best player in hockey on your side, and the Magic just kind of ran out. I mean,
Yeah.
I do not subscribe to what there are people out there that are subscribing to the fact that the Oilers are a better team. I do not believe that. I believe that Florida is a better team, just like line to line, 1 through 4 and 1 through 3 on defense, and they have I don't want to say a better goaltender, but definitely like when their goaltender is on, he's probably the best in the league. I just think Florida is just a better, deeper team. But I think I said it a couple weeks ago. It's the Florida Oilers thing is a lot like the Boston Dallas thing. Like Dallas had the best player on the court, and probably like the fourth best player on the court, third if you agree with me, and then. But then Boston, Boston had 2, and then 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15.
It was a good mirror comparison.
It's not that dramatic in the NHL because obviously there's more players involved than there is in basketball. But, I mean, McDavid is by far and away the best player on the ice, but then, like, Florida has really good players, and then they have, in my opinion, better, like, line depth than the Oilers do.
Okay.
Do you think there's some wind like out of your sails? Like, let's say if Florida, goes on to win, like, yeah, you still won the Stanley Cup, but do you think some of that intensity is gone because you blew that lead and
No.
you're like headed like
No.
a nail biter?
No. The goal is to win. They don't ask how, they ask how many.
No, that's totally fair. I was just thinking, like, even
I don't think it takes anything away from it. I think if anything, it makes the championship that much more special because, like, you did rally from like you went from having all the momentum to having no momentum, to then summoning up enough strength and desire to win. And I think it makes it that much more special.
All right.
The championship series to me that are like always like kind of like the bummer ones are like I always hate like when like I think like the more like deflating ones are like when you have like Team A wins game 1 and 2, and then Team 3 wins 3 and 4, Team 2 wins 3 and 4, and then Team 1 wins 2 more, and they clinch it. Because it's kind of like it's like a smaller version of it, but there wasn't enough momentum to ever really feel like it was
a big switch.
Good. Yeah, because I mean, like the Boston like Dallas series, like that series was just boring. It was like the most boring finals I've ever watched across any sport. I mean, even sweeps are more entertaining than that because like at least like you knew Dallas never stood a chance after the fucking second loss, and so it was just kind of like the as they say the gentleman's sweep, but it was just boring. Like it was just, I don't know, it was just there was no drama, there was no excitement, there was no anything. But like those series can be interesting. I mean, I've seen plenty of series in both the NHL and the NBA that have been like over in 5 games, but were all like real nail biters.
Yeah, I mean, I just posed the question because I mean, at least I don't think I have, as a fan, experienced something like that where, like, my team was up in a series or whatever, and then ended up losing it in dramatic fashion.
Your team specifically?
Yeah, right. Like being as like I'm putting myself in like the shoes of like the Florida fans, right now, kind of like that may or may not be going through it right now. Just trying to.
No, I think I think the heartbreak is a lot harder for an Oilers fan if they lose this game.
Just because they got that taste, and then yep, it's over.
Yeah, I mean, from a Florida fan, I think that you just you got to live with the fucking the off season of pain and misery because that's all that's going to be talked about in any NHL talk room is You blew a 3-0 lead.
Yeah.
It's actually funny because I was listening to a thing today, and they were talking about the greatest collapses in the 4 major American sports championships history, and the guy was arguing that if Florida were to lose this game, it would be the biggest collapse in a championship game or series in American sports history. And this other guy who's just kind of like loud and wrong all the time.
Oh, me.
He was saying his argument was that the 17-0 Patriots was the biggest collapse. I'd be curious to see what you guys think, because I don't know any of the MLB ones off the cusp. I mean, this has happened before in the NHL. I mean, the big ones that come to my mind, from somewhat recent memory, obviously the 28-3 Falcons Patriots Super Bowl.
Yep.
Blowing a 25-point lead in about 17 minutes. The 17-0 Patriots losing the undefeated season to a 9-win Giants team. The Cleveland Cavaliers, Golden State Warriors record-breaking season, 73-9.
Yep.
Being up 3-1 against Cleveland and losing in 7. I can't think of any baseball ones that have been really defeating. I mean, for baseball, if you want to include the playoffs as a whole, then baseball might have the biggest one, just because that Yankees team getting routed by the Red Sox in 4 straight games.
That's exactly what I was going to say. That's probably the best example.
But it wasn't a championship game, because was it one of the biggest deflates in MLB history? Of course it was. But if Boston hadn't gone on to win that World Series, it wouldn't have mattered as much.
Yeah, you're right.
That was their first, right? To break the curse?
Yes.
Yeah, that was the 2004 World Series. That was the one where Big Papi hit a grand slam, right?
Yes.
Wait, was it the 2004 World Series that they choked it in?
Yeah, that was 04.
Or was it 04 ALCS?
Yep.
Yeah.
And it was extra sweet because they played each other in the 03 ALCS, and the Yankees routed them then. So it's sort of like a double revenge.
Right.
You know, it's funny. I don't know. I don't think I would include the 17-0 Patriots, and the only reason I say that is because the Giants played them the last week of the regular season and almost beat them then. So it's kind of like it was almost like foreshadowing what was going to happen. The Giants really had no business being in that Super Bowl, but for as dominant as that Patriots team was the last week of the season, they almost lost. So I think that
I think the thing that keeps me from putting that one in as the greatest collapse is because it wasn't a collapse in terms of a game. It was just the Patriots picked a bad time to play their worst game of the season.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not like the Giants had a really good defense that year. They're just their offense. It's kind of the story for both their championships, really. Middling of the road, somewhat explosive ability on offense, but not consistent, and then good, solid defense.
Mm-hmm.
The ability to get after the quarterback and create turnovers. And so, that whole game was kind of really kind of up in the air. Didn't really turn the corner until the Tyree catch.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not like the Patriots were ever up 20-3 or anything like that.
No.
It's not you know what I mean? That was just I think the Falcons collapse is way worse because they literally blew a 25-point lead in 17 minutes.
Yeah, and they were just dominating.
Yeah, I mean they got
nothing like a Kyle Shanahan loss in the Super Bowl.
They got outscored 32-0 in 17 minutes, or in 17 minutes plus whatever the overtime length was.
Yeah, I mean it was either a pick six or a big fumble recovery. I don't remember what the play was. When they scored, oh well, that's it. It's whatever.
Right. And Massey's gay, so
yeah.
Just wanted to throw that out there.
Outed me,
dick. All right. So what I would like to do is I'm ripping off my favorite sports radio show has a segment they do every day called Shot or No Shot.
Mm-hmm.
And basically they read a thing and, it's shot or no shot. Shot being yes, no shot being no.
All right.
So I would like to go down the list of, not the whole list, but one of my favorite things that comes out every single year because of how stupidly funny it is. 100 bold predictions by Sports Illustrated.
All right.
Listening.
Okay, so shot or no shot. We'll go down the list. We'll start with one and go down. So like one is like the more like plausible, realistic one type of thing, and there's some ridiculous ones at the end. We'll get to the funny ones. So we'll start with the first one. Shot or no shot. The Detroit Lions will defeat the Cincinnati Bengals in Super Bowl 59, 49,
59.
59. So the Detroit Lions will defeat the Cincinnati Bengals in Super Bowl 59.
Shot.
Does Massey give a reason?
I can't see any reason to say that neither of these teams will for sure not be in the Super Bowl. So I think that there's a chance this happens.
Yeah, I will eventually disagree with Mass, but I'm not going to disagree now. Shot. Both those teams, I think, are in striking distance. We've seen them, in the playoffs recently. Good quarterback play. Enough talent around them. I think there's a chance that could happen.
If you had to put a percentage chance on that, those are the two teams. Now, keep in mind, it can be a percentage chance that those are the two teams. Now, obviously, it's going to be a low percent just because you have to factor in teams like the Texans and the Chiefs and, these other teams in the AFC, and the same thing in the NFC, the 49ers and the Rams and these, the Eagles and stuff. And the percentage chance of the Lions getting to the Super Bowl is one number. The Bengals getting there is another number. And then you have to combine the numbers and then put the percentage. So, obviously the percentage chance of that happening can't be 79%. You know what I mean?
Right.
But of all what you could think as being realistic Super Bowl matchups, what would you say the percentage chance that this could happen is?
Being is that I am bad at math and have a very little understanding of how math works. I'm going to say 9%.
I was going to say 7%. So
yeah, that's fine. It would be a low percent because you got to remember name the AFC teams that you think could make it to the Super Bowl this year. You have the Bengals, the Ravens, the Chiefs. Regardless of how much percent chance you think it is they make it, but you have the AFC West is pretty much just the Chiefs.
Mm-hmm.
AFC North would probably just be the Ravens and the Bengals. Sorry, Kendall.
No, I agree.
AFC South, I think.
Don't count out the Browns.
I'm counting out the Browns.
Count them out.
I'm counting out the Browns until they play in an AFC Championship game. So, and then AFC South, I think you can put the Texans in the mix.
Yeah.
And the reason I say it is just because why I say the Texans versus the Browns, just the Texans are more than likely going to win home field advantage or win the division. And statistically speaking, that means that there is a decent chance because of the schedule that they're going to play versus the schedule that the Ravens and Bengals are going to play. There's a legitimate chance they could get a 2 seed out of it.
Mm-hmm.
Because the Bengals are going to play 6 really competitive playoff or division games, as are the Ravens. And then the AFC East, is there anybody that you'd put in that mix that you'd say has a real percentage chance of making it?
Which division?
The AFC East.
I mean, a downtrending Buffalo.
I would say, to me, I think the if you're going to pick one, it has to be the Dolphins, just because who the fuck is Josh Allen throwing the ball to?
Duncade.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
So you figure you have a 4% chance in the AFC, or you have 4 teams in the AFC that you think are quote unquote locks. And then if you go to the NFC side of the things, you have San Francisco. I think you have to put the Rams in there because McVay's a mastermind.
Mm-hmm.
And they're rebuilt last all of one draft night. I think you have to put the Lions in there. I think you And then I think you have to put the Eagles in there. I know they kind of deflated last year, but there's just too much talent on that roster to ignore it. So even if you just go with 4-4, you're looking at it from a standpoint of like, okay, well, now you break it down further. It's like, okay, the Lions are 4 teams. The Eagles would play 4 teams. You know what I mean? Like it's like the percentage chance. So you're not wrong, Kendall.
All right.
I mean, you are wrong, but not because of the math.
Just for other reasons.
Yeah. All right. There will be 7 or more head coaching vacancies by the end of the season.
Let's see. We've got.
So I think you just go with the possibilities, right?
Yeah, there's a possibility for the Bills.
Right. Bills don't do anything good. He could be on the hot seat. I think Saleh could be on the hot seat.
Yep.
What's his McDaniels is not going to lose his job.
Nope.
And I don't think they're not going to fire Mayo after 1 season.
Right.
Yeah.
You go to the AFC South. D'Amico Ryans could go winless. He's not going to lose his job.
Correct.
Colts, they're not going to lose their job. I think Doug Peterson could lose his job if the Jaguars fail to make the playoffs again, especially after making Trevor Lawrence the highest paid quarterback in the NFL.
Yep.
And then who's the other team?
The Titans.
Titans just hired a head coach, so they're probably not going to fire him.
Probably not, but we've seen crazier. So how many coaches does that put us at? 3?
So that's 3 so far. You go to the AFC North. I don't think Jim Harbaugh will get fired.
No.
I just don't see it, but
you mean knows?
John Harbaugh, sorry. Tomlin's not going to get fired. I could see Stefanski getting fired if the Browns really underperform. And they're not going to fire the Bengals head coach. And then you go to the West. I mean, Andy Reid could rape a woman, and he's not getting fired. They're not going to fire Harbaugh. I mean, I don't. Who's the head coach of the Raiders? Pierce.
Yep, they just hired him.
Yeah, I mean, I think that with what they're giving him as a roster, I don't think firing him's an option.
No, they
don't. And I don't think they're going to fire Sean Payton.
No, not yet. 1 more year they might, but.
So that's 4 already. So then we go to the NFC. NFC East. I think the Eagles underperform. He's out.
Yep. McCarthy.
I think there is a chance Daboll could get fired if the Giants really just lay an egg and only put up 2 wins.
Yep, I
so
agree
that's
with that.
7 right there.
I think Daboll is like the lowest possible chance, but I still think it is a chance.
That's 7 right there, though.
What's 6?
No, because the Cowboys too. McCarthy.
Yeah, so the Cowboys. I think you go to the NFC North. I think everybody's safe except for Eberflus. I think if all the hype around Chicago, if they come out and they fucking go start the season 0-6, I think he's done.
Yeah.
You go to the NFC South. I could see the Saints firing their head coach. The Panthers, honestly, they just hired this guy, but they could still fire him. I could see the Bucks firing Todd Bowles. And
the whole NFC South is on a hot seat.
Well, Atlanta just hired a coach. I think he's safe. And then you go to the NFC West. McVay's, unless he retires,
everybody's safe over there.
Well, so technically no, though, because you have to put McVay in that.
He's already committed. He just signed a new deal.
But there's just been too many talks around retirement.
I don't think he's going anywhere.
I don't think so either, but I think 3 years ago you also would have said you didn't think he was retiring.
No, 3 years ago I would have been worried about it, but I think I'm very comfortable. I would say with 100% certainty he's not going anywhere next year.
Unless shot or no shot?
Shot. I counted 10, we counted.
Yeah, shot.
So I think even though we did count 10 or 11, whatever it was, I still say no shot. And the reason I say no shot is because I think that while we are averaging about 7 head coaching vacancies a year at this point, I do believe that because of the way the NFL is being played these days with the amount of injuries and the amount of starting quarterbacks going down and with the amount of depleted rosters, I think that there will be a lot of people that are kind of given a little bit more leeway. depending. I mean, because I think a lot of it too is going to depend on where teams land. Because like if like the Giants one we talked about with Dayball,
Mm-hmm.
like if God forbid, I hope for Mike Moxley it doesn't happen, but say the Giants are the worst team in the NFL. Do you let Brian Dayball start do you commit to Brian Dayball for at least 4 years of a new quarterback being drafted?
Hell no.
You know what I mean? Or but at the same time, on the flip side of it, if the Giants, go, I don't know, they have 5 wins, they go 5-12, and like everything was kind of just underperformed. You look at the roster and it's like if the defense really kind of did its part and the offense is what stuck, like you knew going into like anybody who thinks Malik Neighbors is saving the Giants season is retarded. So it's like interesting. So I say no shot. I say no shot only because I think that like we're entering the new era of the NFL, which is extremely injury riddled.
Mm-hmm. That's fair.
Yeah.
All right. Boom.
Dumb, but I can see it.
Shot or no shot. Drew Lock earns the starting job for 2025 this year as a Giant.
Shot.
We're assuming no injury, correct?
No, so like what we're saying is that Drew Lock's going to play so well this year for the Giants that they're going to commit to him as the starter and not draft the rookie quarterback.
Sorry.
So for 2025, because this year the football season this year will be 2024.
I say no shot. I just think unfortunately, what we've seen thus far is stopgap play, and I think what the plan in New York is just we write out what we have and then we start from scratch. I don't think they're gonna invest their time and money into Drew Lock. I just don't see it.
All right. Shot or no shot, Jaden Daniels will be Offensive Rookie of the Year.
Shot.
So you think he has the highest, like you think that in like your mind he has the highest odds of winning it?
No. I think he has a chance of winning it. Or
no, but the thing is
another way.
He will win it.
Huh?
The thing is, like, he will win it. So
I think he has a shot of winning. That is the question.
Well, no, the question is...
the name of the game is shot or no shot. Has a shot.
Yeah, but shot means yes, no shot means no. I said that at the beginning.
Then no.
So yes, he will win it, or no, he won't.
I agree, no shot. I just think he could have a good season. I just think he'll kind of get lost in the mix. I just think that other offensive rookies getting enough snaps this year will outperform.
So I also say no shot. So like if we go from the way Mass was approaching it, like I mean obviously every rookie has a shot. Every top we'll say the top 3 rounds rookies have a shot at winning it because they'll get the significant amount of the playing time over the rest of the rookies. But I think if I were to make a hierarchy just right now, before we enter training camp, before injuries, I think looking at it, I think that I would put Jaden Daniels third.
That's where I'm putting him.
Or fourth in my rankings.
Yeah, I agree, and it's kind of like
Do the Patriots say Drake May is starting?
No, he is not starting.
Right, it's okay. That's what I thought. Yeah, so I have it going Caleb, Marvin Harrison, and then either Daniels or Neighbors. And the only reason I say it's just because, like, I understand, like, Neighbors' quarterback situation, but, like, he's going to get a lot of targets.
Yeah, I would say just as well, either receiver, I think will have a greater chance. Just my gut feeling.
Yeah. I can already tell you that, on paper, before the season starts, before anything's happened, the overreaction of the year is going to be that the Chicago Bears reached for Rome Odunze just because of how many targets there are to go around in that room. Because you figure just if everybody stays healthy, there's 6 viable targets that are going to get 6 viable people that are going to get at least 40 targets on the season, which doesn't sound like a lot, but I mean, when you do the math out, 40 times 6, is 240 passing attempts. I mean, I know that the Ben Roethlisbergers and the Peyton Mannings of the world, had 55 attempts a game regularly, but the average quarterback doesn't do that. You figure Caleb Williams maybe has 35 a game or something like that. So, you know what I mean? Like,
Hey, let him overreact. That's a great problem to have.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I agree and close. Just give me the cookies. Okay. All right. Shot or no shot? Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift will not get engaged this season. So this season means from the start of training camp to the end of the Super Bowl, regardless if the Chiefs are in it or not. And by end of Super Bowl, I mean midnight on the night of the Super Bowl. So that includes after the Super Bowl.
So if I say shot, they're not getting engaged?
Correct. You think they're not going to get engaged?
Shot.
I say no shot. I think it happens. I will say that I did buy into the internet hype a little bit, thinking that it was just going to be forced down our throats that it was going to happen during this past Super Bowl. But with that being said, I think we now have however many days now until I think that window's too great for that not to happen. I think it's just going to happen.
I also say shot that it won't happen, and the only reason I say it won't happen is because I think it's something. If it is going to happen, I think it will happen kind of like a more privately type of thing in the off season.
Yeah,
I think they reboot that Travis Kelce show. She's also on it, and basically it's just a waste of everybody's time.
All right, shot or no shot?
What'd you say, Mass?
Oh, ready?
A podcast?
No. Travis Kelce had like a dating TV show some years ago.
He did?
Oh yeah. It was like that's notably bad.
All right.
Shot or no shot? Bryce Young will bounce back and throw for 25 or more touchdowns and 10 or fewer interceptions.
No shot. I think the state of Carolina is kind of rough right now. I think a lot of teams are kind of wishing they had what they have in Houston right now. I'm not going to say bust because that's not fair, but I just don't see it.
I'm going to say no shot.
Go ahead, Mass.
I was just going to say I say no shot as well.
I say no shot just from the standpoint of I think that he could throw. I think that having another year, another offseason with these receivers and the veteran presence of Adam Thielen and plus just the dumps to running backs, things like that, I think the 25 touchdowns is very likely. I just think that the Panthers as an entirety of a team are just very weak, and that there's going to be more instances or not where they're playing from behind, and that just leads to mistakes. When the other team knows what you're trying to do, your chances of committing a turnover are much greater.
Mm-hmm.
Right. That was my biggest thing is the 10 touchdowns. Or the 10 interceptions. There's no way he throws for that little unless he gets hurt or benched.
Shot or no shot, Caleb Williams will have a worse rookie season than Peyton Manning.
Shot.
It's pretty funny because like Massey was really hyping up how much I should want Caleb Williams, and so far he's saying that he's going to be worse than Peyton Manning the rookie season, and that he's not going to win Rookie of the Year.
I'm going to say no shot. I mean, off the top of my head, I don't remember the numbers, but I do know that season for Peyton Manning was pretty remarkably bad.
Was it that bad?
It's.
I thought he threw a lot of interceptions, but I didn't think it was that bad.
I mean, if you look the thing is, the stats become so inflated after that. Like, he really got that bad one out of the way. Like, he kind of like never
Didn't
looked
they go
back.
to the playoffs that year?
I don't believe so.
Peyton Manning threw for 3,700 yards, 25 touchdowns, 28 interceptions.
Okay, no shot.
And had a
like it's sort of like that gunslinger mentality. Like, yeah, the touchdowns, interceptions was fairly. If football is played, and especially the way that I think the Bears are going to handle things, it's not gonna be that way.
Non-quarterback position this season.
No shot.
I think situation, and they just love to be, fancy non-quarterback stuff this year.
So I agree with you, Kendall, but I also say no shot. Him in the backfield or lined up as a tight end or a receiver on a reverse type route. A lot of his touchdowns are in wildcat or other situations in which he is the quarterback. Okay. Shot or no shot, suffer a sophomore slump and not increase his win total from 2023. Please, shot or no shot, the Texans will not win more than 10 games this season.
Shot.
I'm putting a lot of stock in Houston right now.
Pieces. You're going to have, you don't really know what you're going to be facing twice in Anthony Richardson because you didn't really get to see him last year. They're going to have to play the Chiefs. They're going to have to play. Who won the AFC East last year? Was it Buffalo?
Buffalo.
Miami, I thought. Oh, yeah. Buffalo stole it from them last second. That's right.
They're going to have to play Buffalo, and they're going to have to play the Ravens. And then I don't know. That's just off the cuff. I don't even know who their NFC or AFC thing is, but you figure the AFC South is probably the weakest division in the AFC. So, I mean,
yeah, I think shot. I think there's a chance
actually,
that could happen.
No, I lied. The AFC West is weaker.
Yeah, actually, no, you're good. I actually, it's funny that you mentioned that. I agree. Probably the AFC West is the weakest now that how things have kind of unfolded. But in general, it's like there's a lot of hype. CJ Stroud played very well. D'Amico Ryans, I thought, coached a pretty good year. There's a great chance they fall on their face. Just that's how things work.
I say no shot, and the only reason I say no shot is just because I think that there is an immense amount of offensive talent on that team that they're not. It's not like a situation where Tank Dell and CJ Stroud lit up the league as rookies last year. Like Nico Collins had a really good year. Singletary had a good year. There's offensive pieces. The defense played really well and got better. So I think just the kind of like the another year of maturity, because a lot of people too, like a lot of people don't realize like Nico Collins is going into his fourth season. He's not in the rookie class. Like a lot of people in the NFL national landscape didn't know who Nico Collins was before last year.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, I could see it, but I think no shot. I do think that they managed to get 11 or 12 wins. I don't think they're much better than that, just because they're going to play a harder schedule and they are still inexperienced in ways. But that's the big thing.
Hey, and you people listening out there, you better sleep on Noah Brown. Sleep on him. Don't expect anything more.
Yeah. Don't worry. Massey and I aren't taking Noah Brown. Shot or no shot, Deshaun Watson will have 50 total touchdowns in 2024.
No shot.
No shot. I'm looking for reasons to disagree with Mass here, but there's no shot.
Yeah, I mean, I say no shot, but I mean, I don't think it's out of the realms of possibility if he were to bounce back and play like he did in Houston.
So what's funny about him?
Because you got to figure he still has the legs to run for 10 to 12 touchdowns.
Well, that's what I was going to ask you. Now, like, time's gone by. I don't remember. Was he rushing for a lot of touchdowns?
He was rushing. Scrambling was a
rushing,
huge part of
Houston?
his kit.
I thought he had some good scrambling times in
He
Houston.
did. That's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm
Scrambling was a
saying.
huge part of his kit.
That's what I'm saying. So, like, if he were to kind of return to form, I think that especially with the stretching of the field with Cooper and Njoku, I don't think it's out of the realms of possibility. I think it's a very low % chance.
All right.
But still, the game is yes or no, and I still think no. So.
Shot or no shot, Michael Penix Jr. will outstart Drake May this year.
No shot.
I say shot, and the reason I say shot is because I think the chances of Atlanta getting into a position where they don't need to win any more games is a lot more likely than the Patriots going, fuck it, we need to see what we have.
Drake May starts at some point this year regardless, so...
What?
I think Drake May starts at some point this year regardless, so...
Okay, no, that's fair. That's fair. I think there's a real chance that he sits all year, Drake May. Because the Patriots are, I think the Patriots at this point in time are projected to get the first overall pick next year.
Correct.
I definitely think that there's a real possibility that just the hype of the Baker Mayfield thing, like there is a chance that he kind of comes down, a bit, and Todd Bowles finds ways to just out coach himself. I don't think the Saints are anything to be scared of, and the Panthers are probably going to suck. So I could see a situation that the Atlanta Falcons either have. Plus, the other thing too is the NFC as a whole. On paper, sounds like it could be really good, but could also just be a huge disappointment. You figure the regular season, Dallas is going to perform enough to be a playoff team. They always do. Philadelphia more than likely will be a playoff team. You don't know what you're getting out of the Bears. The Packers, you would think would be a playoff team, but we're also going to see Jordan Love's second full season, and who knows what happens there. Detroit's going to be good. The Rams are going to, contend in every game they're in. The 49ers are going to be good. The Cardinals are going to kind of be whatever. The Seahawks are going to kind of be whatever. Like, there's a real chance that Atlanta could wrap up a wild card spot in week, 15, and they just shut down Kirk Cousins for fear of injuring him.
Yeah, I'll give that a shot.
I still say no. I still think he plays 5 or 6 games.
Right. Well, yeah, exactly. Your entire stance is that you think Drake May is going to actually start games. Correct?
Correct.
Yeah. Talk amongst yourselves for a second. Or actually, here, let me give you the next shot or no shot, and you guys can discuss it. I got to step away for a second.
Yep.
I wanted to find one of these.
Find the Bagel Bites one. It's kind of disappointing. I was always going to get mass on the Bagel Bites joke.
I laughed. Did you not hear me?
Maybe I dropped for a second.
Oh, sorry. I did laugh. Did we lose Paul?
No, I'm here.
Okay. Are you just trying to find which one we're talking about?
Yeah, I'm just trying to find the
Nothing worse than you take that bite into a bagel bite.
Oh, here we
Okay.
No, go ahead. Go. Sorry.
No,
Go ahead.
I'm just being ridiculous.
How many times do I have to hit fucking agree and close? Jesus Christ. All right, shot or I'm gonna mute you guys after this. You guys can just talk amongst yourself.
Mhm.
I'm gonna mute myself. Shot or no shot? The chances of Jason Kelsey being on the Eagles coaching staff by the end of the season is higher than him being a player on the Eagles roster.
Yes, shot.
That's a great question.
I think it's a 0.01% chance, but it's higher than a 0.0% chance.
I am gonna say no shot, and my feelings are that I think his football playing career is done. I think his ties to the Eagles are too great to ignore, and I think he will be a coach in some capacity in the future. I just do feel that there's somewhat of a tidal wave for him in the media sense that I think he's going to ride the podcast and maybe like dabble with TV a little bit in the near future, rather than diving right back into football. That's just kind of a gut feeling that I will say that people, even non-football fans, were like talking about the podcast. I don't think that has the same momentum as it did a few months ago. But I think it's still there. I think that there's still an interest level. Yeah, that's just kind of my thoughts on him.
So do you think he becomes a coach or becomes a player?
Well,
That's gotta be.
I'm gonna say
Thank you, dear.
I want to say coach, but I thought the question was posed for this upcoming season.
It was this upcoming season.
So
This current season.
that's so. Well, that's why I said no shot.
So you don't think? So you think he becomes a player this season more likely than he becomes a coach?
That's my bad because I was thinking that neither were. I could pick neither.
Yeah.
Then I say
call that.
coach. Then I say
You can't call that in this game.
what's that?
Matthew Tkachuk fucking had a basically, it's called blowing out a tire in hockey when basically
I saw it.
you're trying to make a hard cut and his skates come out from underneath you and just fall. And his skates come out from underneath him. He fell to the ice, slid for I would say close to 15 feet, and then an Edmonton Oiler player was skating in the direction in which he was sliding and tried to jump over him, but couldn't get all the way over him and ended up tripping over him and going down the ice. So they gave Edmonton a 2-minute power play for tripping, and I don't agree with that call.
That's a bad call.
It wasn't an intentional trip. The Kutch took his arms, brought him into his body, kept his stick flat on the ice, kept his legs closed so they weren't elevated, as to do everything he could to keep his body out of harm's way and keep the other players safe. And I just don't think you can call that there. Especially not in a 1-1 game. That's I don't know. I mean, I'm sure by the book somewhere it's deemed as being tripping, but I just don't agree with it. I don't think that's
don't lie. Let's see what happens.
So and now we got a fucking Panthers player with no stick. All right. Fucking hockey is just insane. All right, shot or no shot. 3 receivers will top 1,700 yards this season.
Well, Paul, you didn't answer the last question.
No shot.
So he becomes a coach?
No shot. I don't think he comes back at all.
That's not an option.
So okay, the no shot. I don't think it's more likely that he becomes a coach than he becomes a player.
So you think it's more likely he becomes a player?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, yeah. I don't foresee him. The only way I see him coming back at all this season is if there is a riddle of injuries on the offensive line.
Okay.
And because he's so fresh off of retirement, that his commitment to the Eagles organization brings him back to try to help the team. All right, shot or no shot. 3 receivers will top 1,700 yards this NFL season. The three that the Sports Illustrated article gave as the three likely to do it will be Hill, Brown, and Nakua.
I don't know. I say no shot, and I really don't have a basis of this. I'm just kind of going off of what I think I've seen. I feel like in general, there's kind of like, historically speaking, one kind of runaway receiver, and then maybe another person who's sort of close. And even though we're in the era of pass all the time, some injury, and just I think situationally the games that the Dolphins were in didn't call for him to be catching 14 passes all the time. So I just don't think we're going to see three receivers do it. I think maybe one or two might, but just off the cuff, what I think.
Mass?
Shot.
Do you think it's those three?
Not necessarily. I don't know who I think it would be, but I think that there's a shot that we see three players get there. Just at the rate offenses are going, I just think it's more likely that we see receivers hit that at some point pretty soon. And I mean, yards are just going to keep going up.
Probably Noah Brown in that conversation, right?
Yeah.
So glad you found your new Chris Gregg.
Yes.
I was going to say Mahomes new, but
oh God.
Makes me so mad that you just.
What's the matter?
It just makes me so mad that the Kendall just sticks on this.
What's that?
The tight end bullshit.
Oh, Chris Gregg.
Now it's Noah Brown though.
Oh well, I was. It's a funny name for me right now. I'll get over it.
I don't think so. I hope so.
Chris Gregg is goated though.
All right. Shot or no shot. Devon Achane will lead the NFL in rushing touchdowns in 2024.
No shot.
I'm gonna say no shot. I think he was a lightning in the bottle type guy. I don't know if that will be duplicated despite having some injuries last year.
Okay.
Shot or no shot, Aaron Donald will unretire.
No shot.
Yeah, I say no shot as well.
Okay.
I think
Shot or no shot,
good.
Brandon Ayuk will be a New Orleans Saint by the end of the season.
No shot.
See, I wish the question was any team, because I do feel like that's...
The reason that they put the Saints is because this article put, given the strength of schedule, there's a realistic possibility that the Saints will be in a winning position at the trade deadline, and that Clint Kubiak is calling the plays in New Orleans, which is Ayuk's former offensive coach.
I will say for the Massey, appreciate this, for the narrative, I will say shot, just because I feel like we live in the era now, and I've said this a billion times on this show, that something that comes on the internet for sports just tends to come true. And though I would say not New Orleans for this example, I think, yeah, that's a good enough reason and chance for me that could happen.
Okay. Shot or no shot, at some point this season, every team in the NFC South will be in sole possession of first place in the division.
That's very funny.
I believe that so much.
The only thing is, I don't believe the Panthers will be.
Yeah, that's the outlier. I don't know. Just because I like it so much, I say shot.
I can't just because of the Panthers.
I mean that's like the most like hilarious thing that could happen.
Happened to us a couple of years ago.
Oh yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I do not recall.
Cardinals started out the season as the only winners.
Hold on,
Then
headphones.
what?
What? I think you're stepping away or something.
Okay. Yeah, Cardinals started out as the only team winning, and then just throughout the rest of the season, we battled through, and yeah.
Ballpark, how long ago?
Ugh. I think Arians was still the head coach.
Oh wow, that's funny.
It's been a minute.
You know,
I want to say Harborough was one of the, or was that coach of the
with the
Niners
49ers,
too?
yeah. So we're talking like 10 years ago.
Yeah, it's been a minute. But I mean, this is a fun game. I like this a lot.
Yeah, it's sort of like
Shot or no shot, the new NFL kickoff return rules will be awesome.
shot.
Anything's got to be better than it's what it's been.
Shot or no shot, Trey Lance will be named the starter for the Cowboys.
No shot. Don't even need to let you finish that. No shot.
Yeah, I say no shot. I think we are destined for a Cowboys implosion, but I just don't think that's going to be a part of it.
Okay. All right. I'm just reading some of these. Was this the game you said you liked?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, don't forget to think about it.
Nice shot, kid. Don't get penisy.
Shot or no shot, Saquon Barkley will set his career high in season rushing yards in the season this year.
Shot.
He would have to rush for 1,313 yards
Shot.
to break his record, that he break his personal best, which was set in the 2022 season.
I'm going to say no shot, just because I think Philadelphia, it probably has an ideal like blocking situation just in general that the Giants really didn't provide. I just think there's probably not a long list of running backs who have their best year in their 6th or 7th season. I'm sure it's happened, but I don't know. And going off of the injuries that he's had, I don't see it.
Shot or no shot. We'll get into some of the fun ones now. Shot or no shot. It will be revealed that a super team of former Belichick assistants has come together for one common goal.
The common goal being
Recognized as not being Bill Belichick's assistant.
I mean,
so the likes of Matt Patricia and Josh McDaniels and etc. will form together as a coaching staff on some team at some point in the next calendar year to right the wrongs.
I say no shot. Those guys are all doomed forever.
Yeah.
That's fair. That's fair. Shot or no shot, Aaron Rodgers will win Comeback Player of the Year.
Oh, God. Shot, but I just don't hope. I hope it doesn't happen.
Yes, I agree.
But I could absolutely see that happening.
NFL loves its narratives.
Shot or no shot. The premier item across tailgating this season will be the charcuterie board.
No shot.
Yeah, I say no shot also. I think there was a time where that could have happened, but I think it came and went. I think something else will happen. That would be awesome, though.
Would it though?
I don't know. I feel like it would be. Think of all the team like charcuterie boards there could be. Like all these, the fan bases have their own spin on it.
Go to Indianapolis, just got some horse meat on the board.
Yeah, I'm saying.
Shot or no shot. A playoff game will be moved locations due to bad weather.
No shot. If they didn't move it for the -13 game last year, they're not moving it for this.
Well, I mean, like -13 is different than like a fucking hurricane hitting Miami.
It's true.
I mean, it's football. You should play in cold weather, but you shouldn't play in thunder, lightning, and hail.
You should, because that'd be awesome to watch.
I'm gonna say no shot. I'm predicting a pretty boring weather year.
Shot or no shot, it will be revealed that Roger Goodell has written a well-received novel under a pen name.
Shot.
Shot.
That is awesome.
That's just so unlikely that I don't really have anything else to say to it.
The pen name being Kyle Souls.
Could you imagine if Kyle was just Roger
The commissioner?
Nothing would irritate me more.
I don't think that's true.
Yeah, you're right.
What if
what if it was Ryan Cabrera?
All right. See, I knew you were gonna go like that far.
But it would irritate you more.
I'm saying I don't disagree.
What if you found out that Charlotte was actually Jersey's kid's kid?
The hell is
Jersey
irritate
you?
It would irritate me.
Who the hell is Jersey Kid?
It was a kid in Eastern that just wore a bunch of different football jerseys.
Yeah, he's just a boring guy. Just like, but he had them all. That's funny. That's a great callback.
Shot or no shot? 5 GM vacancies will happen by the end of the 2024 season.
Shot.
Yeah, one of them's not Ryan Poles. That's happening in 2026.
I guess I'll go shot. I'm kind of less in the know about that than Massey is, so I'm going to kind of defer to.
Well, just think about how many teams we just said are going to have head coaching vacancies. You figure if 50% of those also get a new GM.
Yeah, no, that's fair. I mean, I guess I don't know. I always feel like I hear more of the coach turnover than. I don't know, I just feel like the GM always gets a little bit more leeway. I could be totally off base by saying that, but I feel like for every, head coach change, the GM survives one more round.
Still, though.
This one's an interesting one. So this is the only one that doesn't have to do exclusively with the 2025 season, the 2024 season.
Okay.
By the end of 2025, specialty Netflix events by the end of 2025, specialty Netflix events will consume over 5% of income made on NFL-related objects, thus chipping away at the NFL's monopoly on football entertainment. With that being said...
You cut out a little bit there for me.
So they said by the end of 2025, specialty Netflix events will chip away at the NFL's monopoly on football entertainment by accruing 5% of total revenue gained on NFL-related things. So with that being said, what they said was with things like the Mike Tyson Jake Paul fight, and then the Joey Chestnut hot dog eating competition, since he's been banned from the regular Nathan's competition and stuff. That Netflix by the end of 2025 will get involved and air things like Tyreek Hill and DK Metcalf 100-meter dash sprint, and Patrick Mahomes and Josh Allen throw off, and flag football games between the Super Bowl teams with like $10 million going to charity, and things like that, all centered around NFL personalities.
I think shot. I think we are now in the era. We already know that the terrestrial cable networks thank you, are in jeopardy, and I think all these people are in for themselves money wise. I think there's a very real possibility that things become super specialized, and a chunk of that, takes hit on like the NFL, etc. So yeah, I could see that for sure.
I say no shot just because I don't know the exact numbers, but I don't think anybody realizes how much 5% of what the NFL makes in a year is.
$10 quadrillion.
$392 billion. I believe it's the
Man, I cannot wait for the third period of this game. I'm sorry. I know we try not to comment on stuff, but the whole second period of this game has just been nobody willing to take a really egregious chance. You don't want to be the one that goes down. Oh,
Mhm.
never
right.
mind. Never mind.
Yep, there it is.
It's weird. I'm rooting for Florida, and it's funny because it's not. It's like the opposite of what I would have done in any other series. I think the only reason I'm rooting for Florida is just because I really like what they've done and how they've done it to this team. And I think that this
Wait,
team
hold on. How was that a goal?
What do you mean?
I didn't even see it go in.
No, that they're showing the replay of the save defensively.
Oh, okay.
Florida's the one that scored the goal. That was a defensive save, which led to the 4-on-3 fast break.
Got it. Well, there's a period in 5, so there's plenty of time.
Shot or no shot, by the start of the 2025 NFL season, Rex Ryan will have a head coaching job.
No shot. Book it, sell it, no shot.
Or sorry. Not a head coaching job, sorry. A head coaching or head coordinator job.
No shot.
Um,
I say shot. I would say it's more than 50% likely. So I would say it's likely to happen.
Why?
I think that there is a team. I think like a team like a New York Giants that is kind of like done with everything and kind of restarting, or a team like the Commanders or something like that. Like one of those types of situations. A team that has really good defensive pieces that's kind of restarting the coaching situation in the midst of bringing in a new quarterback, or a team that's kind of like figured out their head coach and figured out their rookie quarterback for the next 4 years and needs to kind of wrap everything else up. I think that Rex Ryan is a very good defensive-minded person, and I think that he could be a valuable asset to a younger head coach that might be more offensive-minded, or a very good piece to a team that needs to focus everything they have on the offense, like the Giants, for example. They need to focus everything they have on the offense going into this season and the next season, because the defense last year was already quietly very, very good and only is going to be better, barring health, obviously. And bringing in somebody like a Rex Ryan kind of solidifies that. He has that capability, in my opinion, from a defensive coordinator position if left alone.
Yeah, I say shot. A while ago, I probably said no shot, but I feel like I've seen a lot of people go from TV back to coaching, so I think it's kind of like a thing now.
I just don't see it. His last few stints have just been nothing great. So I personally just don't see it. He's been out of the game too long. I don't think his game keeps up with the current NFL. No, I'm out on this.
Shot or no shot? A member of your friend group's family pet will die peacefully of old age during the third quarter of a Week 13 game between the Titans and the Commanders.
That's a little specific and kind of jarring.
I don't want to.
I'm going to say shot. I'm going to say shot, and I'm going to say bye, Delilah.
Oh my god!
And you're going to say what?
Bye to Kendall's cat.
Jesus Christ!
God, I hope not. I'm not having fun anymore.
Well, here's the thing. I know you're not having fun anymore, but I care too. I can't have a dog die. Cooper is just a good boy, and Benji is too cute. And you know, I gotta be kind of selfish here, so I can't. You know, Frida's a good dog too, and I can't be selfish here and want my cat to die. So
I was about to say, what about your cat?
No, I can't want my cat to die because if my cat dies, then I'm gonna end up having 2 more cats.
Then you're gonna what?
I'm gonna end up having 2 more cats.
Oh, fair.
If my cat dies, I'm gonna have to buy more cats. So, to be honest with you, if Week 13 rolls around and there's not some like unfortunate thing happening with Delilah, I might have to go strangle the cat.
Well, listen, you know, and not to be more here, but you know, Kyle's got 2 pets.
Yeah, but I can't kill Kyle's dog.
No, but he's got a cat too.
Yeah, but I mean,
why can't we save my Kyle's one cat? And you know,
all right, fine.
I'm just saying, like, I'm trying to be fair here.
Yeah, Paul, this seems a little aggressive here.
Your cat. Most people that you're friends with don't even know you have a cat.
I think most do. I don't have the numbers to back that up, but.
Shot or no shot, Ezekiel Elliott will rush for less than 400 yards, but more than 7 touchdowns this season.
No shot.
I say shot. I could totally see him being a goal line punching guy. I could totally see him being like right at the end of his prime, kind of like a Brandon Jacobs style guy.
No
Somebody that doesn't get any fucking yards, but just randomly gets touchdowns.
It's like that one like Jerome Bettis game where he had like 4 carries, 3 touchdowns for like -1 yards.
Yep. I honestly, I think there's a real shot that could happen. I could see him getting like 8 touchdowns on the season and having like 384 yards.
I hate everything about that.
I understand you do, but like that's actually like a real like gadget person in the NFL that exists almost every year.
No. Out. Miss me with that.
He goes, no.
Give it a good hot click and spit it out of here.
Too funny.
Shot or no shot? Bill Belichick will be head coaching an NFC East team by the start of the 2025 season.
Shot.
So what do you think? You think it's either the Giants or the Eagles?
Yep.
Yeah, I think it's the Giants.
I think that would be the best thing ever.
I got to be honest with you. If that happens, we have to throw Mike Mock a party.
Oh yeah, 100%.
I think we all have to do our best Bill Belichick's, except for Kendall. Kendall has to dress up as Mike McDaniels.
All right, so here's the thing. I'm going to be a bad fan for a second. If that happens, I'm okay with the Giants winning the Super Bowl. In fact, I might root for it.
Well, I mean, that's fine.
Because if we rub it in his face that Belichick head coached the Giants to a Super Bowl, he'll never live it down.
Oh, 100%. And we for sure have to buy him a tapestry of Bill Belichick's face. Like, that just goes without saying.
Then why'd you say it?
Well, yeah, I just want to make sure we're on the same page.
But it goes without saying.
Well, listen, you're right. I just, I don't leave any, stone unturned.
Shot or no shot, Pitbull will be the halftime show of the Super Bowl, and a Trump supporter in your family will ruin the day for everybody.
God, that's so funny.
Are either of you guys my family?
I think we're your family.
I mean, no, because so think what they mean by ruin it for everybody is like somebody, like a family member you're watching the Super Bowl with. Like, so basically, like somebody that you're watching the Super Bowl with. That's like
Yeah, but I'm hoping that I'm watching the Super Bowl with you guys next year.
It depends. It depends because, first of all, if any of our teams are in it, I won't watch it with you guys.
Well, that's rude.
I just won't. I'm sorry. I'm a bad NFL fan. I've said it forever. I won't do it.
But what if I wanted you there?
I would tell you that I love you very much and that I will be supporting you from a distance, but I won't watch the game with you.
I watched the Steelers with versus the Packers with Kyle once and they lost, so I probably won't do it again.
Actually, I'm going to be completely honest with you. I can't explain it. I've talked to Mike Mock about this 100 times. I don't know what it is, but in big game situations, when my friends' teams are playing, I can't root for them. I just don't know what it is. I just can't. I'm so miserable as a sports fan that I just can't wish success for any of my friends.
I mean, I'd still watch you there.
No, you don't want me there, trust me.
I might actually text Sam and just show up randomly during the Super Bowl. Sam, can you let me in?
Have you met Samantha? She doesn't really like people.
Yeah, but she likes me.
Yeah, that's true.
For some reason.
The Chiefs' quest for shot or no shot. The Chiefs' quest for a three-peat will be halted by a loss on Wild Card Weekend.
Shot.
No shot.
I think they're.
So what is? Only one team gets a bye now, right?
Yes.
So I mean, I say shot because I could totally see the Bengals coming back with a vengeance and getting the first seed, and a team like, I don't know, let's see, if I were to rank the teams 1 through 7, I mean, like a team like Miami, because at some point something will have to give with all these off the field issues with the Chiefs. At some point, it's going to affect them. Every team is affected by off the field issues at some point or another. Like when they happen a lot is what I mean. And the Chiefs keep having them happen.
Yeah. I don't know. I think,
I'm going to say shot.
Yeah. And I just think, too, that, I don't know, these teams, they eventually get caught slipping. And, yeah, 3P would be cool for, history, but, I don't see it.
Shot or no shot, more than a dozen track and rugby athletes will receive invites for workouts from NFL teams after the Paris Olympics.
More than a dozen?
Yes.
Huh.
That's a lot.
I'm going to say shot. And I only say this because I don't know how many from a given year that it actually happens to.
Like 4 or 5?
Yeah.
So the reasoning behind it on this is that because of the kick returns being at the center of everyone's thought process right now and expanded practice squads.
Yeah, I'm kind of with it. I think that could happen.
I say shot.
I don't think so.
So no shot?
Yeah.
I guess we'll just go fuck ourselves then.
I don't know. I just feel like it's nothing for the teams. Is hey, come in, try out, and we'll either take a chance on you or hit the bricks.
That's kind of rude.
I'm sorry.
Hey, so it's pretty cool that this article I'm on just keeps refreshing itself to ranking all the city connectors used for MLB. And the answers are all terrible.
Listen, accept more cookies.
No, terrible. The only one that's really good, in my opinion, is the White Sox one. Because
Okay,
it's
so
their
then
colors.
Yeah, there's a lot of bad Connect jerseys.
I just like. I talked to Bob about it, Kyle's dad. I talk to him about it almost every weekend. Every weekend to go visit the yard work, he asks me, "Oh, what do you think about their City Connect jerseys?" It's like, Bob, the same thing I thought last week. But the thing for me is, I'm a purist when it comes to jerseys. I do not like when an NFL, NBA, or MLB team wears something outside of their colors. I don't like it. I just don't like it. I mean, if it's a homage to a different thing, that is a little different, but still not. Like the powder blue Phillies jerseys is one thing, but the City Connects being with all these different shades of blue, I don't like it at all.
Yeah, and a couple things. One, the City Connect jerseys rank very high on the Kendall Reed list of things that don't matter because they don't. And two, I don't know if you noticed that like on the majority of the jerseys, pretty much all look the same. Like blue is like a featured for a majority of the City Connect jerseys, especially like teams that especially they don't have blue like as a featured color in their in their normal uniform. It's like
Yeah.
it's
I
stupid.
don't like it. It's there. There's a lot of like jerseys that are like I like again like I personally I hated everything about the Saints whiteout jerseys for the when they were doing the color rush
Mm-hmm.
because the Saints just don't wear that much white. Like it's just not part of who they are. I don't know. Shot or no shot, at some point this season, Peyton Manning will get aggressive in claiming Eli Manning will not be a first ballot Hall of Famer.
funny, but I don't think so.
So first-time eligible players this year are Luke Kuechly, Marshawn Lynch, Marshall Yonda, and Terrell Suggs. Are the four players that have higher betting odds to make it than Eli Manning.
I mean, I personally don't think Eli's a first ballot, but
Yeah, I think he's a Hall of Famer. I do like I do like the scenario where Peyton Manning gets aggressive about it though. I guess
I
no
like it.
shot, but that is funny.
Is it funny, Kendall?
It is.
You don't think it's funny?
Oh, I do.
Okay, shut. Oh, here we go. Nope, we don't want that one. That one's not funny. Not funny. Sorry, I'm just trying to think here.
All good.
Oh, shot or no shot? With the Nickelodeon NFL broadcast being a pivotal point of the NFL season now, Paw Patrol will introduce a football-centric NFL head coach pup to their normal lineup.
no shot.
Yeah, I say no shot. I think it's too far from the basis of their story.
You want to see one? This one is not part of the SI one. This was a comment on a separate thread of this article. Shot or no shot, the Ravens' Week 9 home game against the Broncos on November 3rd will be postponed to a different day due to shootings during the Orioles World Series parade.
Oh my god.
That's
This guy.
Do you remember when the White Sox and the Orioles played in an empty stadium because there were bomb threats in Baltimore
Yes.
a few years ago?
Yeah, I remember that.
That's not unlikely, but goddamn,
Man,
it's one of those things you just don't say out loud.
that guy is
no.
like somehow a winner though. Shout out to that guy.
Shot or no shot, you will convince somebody in your life to be a fan of your football team this season.
Man, we've been over this scenario time and time again.
Well, I don't see Paul giving up his fandom this year, so I'm going to say no shot.
Yeah, no shot.
Why not?
Who would have guessed though? Like I want to say, like 2 shows ago, we talked about this exact thing.
Yeah.
Hey, can I do an individual shot or no shot where the other persons can't weigh in?
Sure.
All right. Massey.
You.
Shot or no shot? Russell Wilson will lose the starting job strictly off performance to Justin Fields this season.
Uh,
Just got to remember, the Steelers don't want Justin Fields to start.
right. I'm going to say no
They
shot.
don't want to. They don't want to give up a better pick. Any reasonings? Just the pick thing.
I unfortunately think that Wilson was better than he was given credit for last year.
You mean
And
that? You say that with your chest, Massey.
don't fucking push it.
Oh, I'm pushing it.
And I think that
I'm halfway into the second fiddlehead, and I'm feeling froggy.
Feeling froggy.
So as the kids say, I'm a leap.
I think that Fields is not going to play well enough in practice to say, hey, this is a definite upgrade over what we have.
All right, Massey, one more that Kendall can't interrupt him at all.
That's all right. He's going to pee anyways.
Okay, all right. Oh, okay, 2 more quick. Shot or no shot? Alexa Bliss is ugly.
No shot.
Oh, come on, man.
It's funny, but being real here.
I don't want you to be real. I want you to lie.
Oh, all right. Shot.
Thank you. All right, shot or no shot? This is the real one. Shot or no shot? Mike Tomlin has a losing season as an NFL head coach this year.
Man. If I say yes, it's more likely than not, right?
So if you say shot, then you think that he'll finish at best 8-9.
I'm going to say no shot.
Think they squeaked out 9 wins?
I think so, somehow.
I just dropped the remote, and I'm not sure where it went. All right, Kendall, you back?
Yes.
All right, there's only one correct answer to this. And if you get it wrong, you... Trying to think what the good punishment would be. All right. There's only one correct answer to this question, this shot or no shot question. If you get it wrong, the next time we all hang out, we all get to do a shot or a shotgun, and you can't be part of it.
A lot of pressure here.
Ready?
I'm ready.
All right. Shot or no shot. Massey's a good guy.
It's a lot riding on this.
Massey knows the answer.
I do.
All right, I'm going to take the unpopular position here. Shot. Massey is a good guy.
That is incorrect, Kendall. I'm sorry.
The correct answer was he's a great guy.
That's so stupid. I love you guys.
So, next time all 5 of us are together in 2027.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
You suck, Kendall.
Oh, I
I will
know.
have you know though that I said shot at while you were peeing. I said shot at no shot. Alexa Bliss is ugly, and Massey said no shot.
Well, that's good. You know, I will say that I've enjoyed our group chat being on Discord. However, it's been a bummer that pictures that I've saved that were what I actually would view during every show are now so far gone that I'd have to actually I think Massey, I just need you to make me a new text channel just for that. So I
Just
was
the Alexa Bliss text channel.
Yeah, that would be preferred for me. That way, I could just, put a couple in, and then, while I'm doing the show, I can just toggle between the, 3 or 4, 9, whatever, and,
You know, Kendall, just for you.
I know it's 10:06. Do we have time for a quick draft? We started kind of late, so we still have like 15 minutes, right?
yeah, we can keep going.
I mean,
Kendall,
I'm
that's
saying
just for you.
Kendall.
Oh, that's very nice, Mass. Thank you.
Kendall, this is I'm saying for you because I know that you traditionally have to get going.
No, we can do a draft. It's a shame.
I have a draft that I'd like to do. I was listening to this on our podcast today, and I'd like to do this. We have to try to be as subjective as possible at the end of it, who we think would win.
All right.
Okay? Massey, you ready?
Yo.
So we're going to do a draft, and we are going to do it. I don't know the answer to this question because I'm not good at this, so this will truly be random. If you do know the answer to it, then good for you. You're super gay, but good for you. You can look it up. Let's go in order, reverse alphabetical by birthstone.
Oh my God.
I don't know what my birthstone is. Actually, you know what? Here, birthstone list. I'm gonna look it up. Reverse alphabetical order.
Mine's lame.
You know yours?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course you do. It's fucking homo.
I have no idea.
So mine's Topaz, whatever that is.
Well, of
Massey's. Oh, well, Massey has 2. Never mind. We're going off this one.
Because it's your narrative.
No, this is a totally different list. Kendall, pick a number 1 through 7.
5.
1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I'm going off this picture. I don't care what it says. So Massey would be first with Tourmaline.
I'll give mine a Caesar.
Mine is Topaz. I'm second. Kendall, you're last with a Peridot. And just so you know, what's really cool is the guy who created this list just only knew 11 gemstones.
Out of the 12.
Yeah, because November is Topaz, and then December is just blue Topaz. So all right, so it goes Massey, me, Reed. We'll go snake order. Compile a list, 5 rounds. Winner take all. We're going to lock them in a cage that is, we'll call it, I don't know, 30 feet by 30 feet, 30 foot by 30 foot square. Team of 5 carnivores, carnivorous animals. Who wins?
Do they have to be currently existing on this planet?
Yes. They cannot be extinct.
Okay.
And no aquatic animals because we will not be supplying water.
All right.
I feel like that's vicious, but
Well, I mean, okay, fine. We can have a fucking like ocean, but like, I don't think Kendall's lion is going to go in to fight your shark.
never know. I can get my Shark Tank
I
treads.
You're right. I don't know, but I'm still just going to guess. But that's
I'm
not
gonna get my Shark Tank treads and call it a day.
So, Massey, you're up first.
Man, there's a lot of pressure.
Look, there's nothing wrong with taking the mongoose here.
Great pick.
Yeah, not the animal, the bike.
I feel like every kid owned a mongoose at one point or another.
Yeah, with pegs.
Oh, yeah. I had a purple one.
Isn't it crazy how different pegging is from a 13-year-old to a 23-year-old?
No question.
Yes, sir.
Do they have to be carnivorous or can they be omnivorous?
They can be omnivorous.
All right.
I mean, here's the thing. Sorry, carnivorous is wrong. You can pick any animal you want. So it's got to be land or air based.
All right.
All right. I mean,
And you only get one, no packs.
I think I'm gonna go the safe route here, and
Take the honey badger.
it's a good pick. I think I'm gonna go polar bear here.
Oh man! All right, I'm going tiger. I thought tiger was like hands down number one.
Yeah, I was a little surprised by that pick. So I got the back-to-back here.
Back to back, baby.
So I'm going to go the lion. And then,
Okay.
I think I'm going to go here.
Then I'm going piranha.
Actually, that would be a great pick. But,
Yeah, but there's no water, so it's just going to drown.
I know.
Hey, do fish drown when they're out of the water?
I think not. I think they suffer their own fate. Because I feel like drowning always denotes water. I could be wrong. All right. I'm gonna go here. The hippopotamus.
Motherfucker!
Hippopotamus is a good pick, deadly animal.
God damn it, Kendall!
I wanted to be
Fuck you.
I wanted to be my first pick, but I feel like I couldn't let the lion go.
I'm deleting your Alexa Bliss channel.
No, wait a minute.
Oh, hilarious! All right, I'm up next.
Motherfucker!
Give me the Komodo dragon.
Oh man,
God
great
damn it!
pick.
Dude, the Komodo dragon has venomous fucking spit.
I don't want to play this anymore.
That's fair. You could pick the bald eagle here.
I won't play it
It's a
anymore.
bad pick, but you could do it.
Just giving you the option.
Fuck! Crocodile.
Massey, that was actually very much on my radar. I kind of wanted to take that, so good pick on you.
Yeah, fuck you.
Oh, real quick, just because no one's done it yet. Also, nobody's allowed to pick people.
That's funny. It's a good like.
I assume that this person wouldn't be going in with any kind of weapon, so they'd be dead pretty quickly, anyways.
No, brass knuckles.
Yeah,
It'll be fine.
People make weapons, you know what I mean? Dude just hides out in the corner for a second, waits for like an alligator to die, rips off the tooth, makes a knife, kills something.
I like my scenario where the guy has brass knuckles, but he's also nude, so he's got like that thing going for him.
Elephant.
Right. No, I mean, we still have plenty of time here for people to pick stuff. Massey has back-to-backs. So I'm just going to create some discussion while Massey thinks.
I just said my next pick.
Oh, what'd you say?
I said elephant.
Oh, okay. So while I'm thinking then, do you guys think that it's worth, like, I personally don't. It's not worth picking any sort of, like, venomous spider or anything like that, right?
Yeah, I thought about that, the same thing too, but I figure they'll get one animal, and the likelihood that they get killed moving to the next animal is pretty high.
Is the most venomous spider in the world killing a hippo with a bite?
Probably not a hippo, but like probably one of the cats.
Even still, I mean, fucking like like there's fucking like more venomous snakes than black mambas in Africa, and fucking lions get bit, and like they fucking figure it out. Fucking figure it out.
So I said, fucking figure it out.
Elephant's a good pick. I was thinking elephant. There's a couple like herbivore type animals like I'm thinking about because like I'm thinking about like the water buffalo is a pretty fucking fierce animal.
Don't you fucking dare.
I'm not I'm not taking the water buffalo. Couldn't have the water buffalo. Ah, kind of want to take the water buffalo.
That's a good pick.
What did you take?
No, I said I kind of want to take the water buffalo, but I don't think I'm gonna. Man, she took the crocodile, right?
Yeah.
Hmm. This is tough. Really tough to
Apparently
think about.
helping Kendall out a little bit.
Are you?
A little bit.
Well, he's provided me some stuff that, it's hilarious. Like, every so often, Mark will send me a picture, and I think to myself, yeah, I've saved that picture like 7,000 times.
Yeah, right.
Not that it's not appreciated. It really says more about me being a sicko.
Yeah, sicko. You just have a problem.
Yeah,
You're like a drug addict.
I really am. I wish I could, convey to you that how often I'm doing this.
Kind of wish you wouldn't.
He does it more than he.
I don't know what to pick
Picks
here.
us.
I'm like really struggling with this. Really struggling with this. Because like my mind is in one specific spot. I feel like it's not a good pick. I feel like it's only a pick I can get at a later time. So I don't know what to pick.
Trust the gut.
It does say trust the gut. It makes me want to trust the gut. Nah, I can't pick that. It'll get squished. So you know what? I think the move here, just because I'm gonna go off, just give me the full grown grizzly bear.
Okay.
It's a good one.
Yeah.
Must have been very pleased with your selections thus far.
Thank you.
I have back-to-back,
I'm
correct?
missing something on this. Should I be going to Discord right now?
You're not in this.
So hilariously, it's a locked
Oh.
channel for me, but Massey has access to it because he created it, which is just hilarious to me.
It's my Discord. I have to have access to it to moderate it.
Right. I'm just saying it's a very funny thing that's come to be. All right, I'm taking the rhinoceros here.
It's actually a good pick.
Big fan of that animal. And then,
Wait, so Mock caught an Arceus?
No, he opened a box and it was in one.
That's stupid.
You say that till you open your next box and it's a Giratina.
I don't know what Pokemon that is. What box?
Go into documents.
What, like the vote thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, I get normal boxes.
Yeah, so does he.
Yeah, I got a sandal it and an Oddish.
I can't help.
I'm also going to take the snow leopard here.
Nice, pretty rare animal. Like it. What was the first one you picked?
The rhino.
Rhino. Rhino. Nice. Okay.
The wrestler.
Oh,
Don't laugh at that. Fuck you, Paul.
it's very funny.
I'm gonna go ahead. Oh no, it's Paul's turn. Paul.
Yeah.
Who's your third animal? Or fourth
I already
animal?
picked my third. My third animal was the grizzly bear.
Who's your fourth animal?
I'm thinking.
Mm-hmm.
You're yelling at me and shit.
Paul.
Yeah.
Who's your fourth animal?
Alright, now you're being a dick.
Well, what else?
So I have a question.
Okay.
I have a question about clarity.
Sure.
All right, so I picked tiger, right?
Yup.
But then, like, you and I both picked different types of bears.
Yup.
So can I pick the regular leopard? Does Kendall pick snow leopard?
Sure.
So, like, should I specify my type of tiger then?
I'm assuming we're talking about Bengal tiger.
No, I'm taking a Siberian tiger.
Okay.
Siberian tigers are way bigger than fucking Bengal tigers. I'm not taking one of those curry tigers. All right, so just give me the regular leopard, and I'll shift my tiger pick to the Siberian tiger.
Okay.
I feel bad doing this because, like, I feel like does this mean does this fuck people over because, like, people could have taken Bengal tiger now?
No, I mean, I mean,
no.
like, truthfully, I just picked the snow leopards. I thought there was some sort of like notoriety for them. I mean, maybe I was wrong. I just thought.
No. You're fine. You're fine with that. I'm just saying, like can like other types of tigers be taken now?
Yes.
And is it fair because we didn't specify it earlier?
I think we're too far into this because you already took a different kind of bear, so I think it has to be that way.
All right, so fuck it. I'm taking regular leopard. Master's taking the Bengal tiger here.
I am taking the bigger tiger and the Bengal tiger.
The Siberian tiger is the better tiger.
But the Bengal tiger is bigger and stronger.
It's not.
It is, and I can prove it. And then for my final pick, I'm going to take the liger.
I mean, okay. Well, it's going to get tired from genetic defect pretty quick.
That's right. Only needs to last a battle royale.
It's not going to last a battle royale.
It'll do enough.
The last pick here. It's too slow moving.
It'll be fine.
No, not the liger. I'm talking about my pick.
No.
Kendall?
Yes.
You can take Alexa Bliss here.
I mean, if you want the obvious winner, then yeah.
Hilarious.
I'm just so stoked to have so many things to add to my channel now. And just another thing to just have the same pictures in.
Yeah, and I'm going to start adding mine.
Really should have gone elephant earlier.
Sorry, I should have gone hippo earlier. Kendall, trade me hippo or I delete the channel.
Listen, I was very happy with my hippo pick. I was like, that was like going to be my first overall.
Were you?
I didn't hear compliance.
Wait, what?
I didn't hear you comply with me.
I'm just saying that I picked it fair and square.
This is fair.
You know what? Fuck it. I'll take the chance. It is what it is.
Okay.
Give me the inland taping snake.
Take the snake. I like it.
I was gonna go anaconda, but
Takes too long.
yeah.
And I got one last pick.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, Mass.
You.
You're a piece of shit.
What?
You're a piece of shit.
Wow, what did I do?
Well, according to this, male Siberian tigers grow up to 400 centimeters in length, whereas Bengal tigers don't exceed 310. Siberian tigers weigh up to 660 pounds. Bengal tigers weigh up to 569. So,
Yeah, see,
fuck you, my tiger's bigger.
Here, hold on. Let me look at my thing.
My tiger's bigger.
No, mine is.
Yes, this is according to ESPN. They know more about stats than you, bitch.
This is true. Well, maybe not for long, though.
No, I mean, they for sure know more about stats than you.
I think with my last pick, I'm just going to take the plains.
Actually, this is just some hacker bullshit.
Yeah. You're going to take what, Kendall?
Just like the plains buffalo.
All right. All right.
It says it right there, Max. Bengal tiger, max 3.2 meters. Siberian tiger, max 3.5. I'm bigger. It says it on the picture you sent me.
Hold on. You're clipping.
I'm bigger. Ha ha ha.
All right, so you're longer, but mine's taller and heavier.
No, that stat is. I've read 14 other articles that say Siberian tigers on average.
All right.
Than Bengal tigers. Have fun being Johnny Sin.
Paul, Paul,
you can be
just
Johnny
for
Sin.
this,
You're
I'm
Johnny
voting Kendall
Sins.
as the
You're
winner.
the one Nope, you're Johnny Sins. You're the one everybody knows, but I'm Mandingo, and I'm the one that everybody remembers.
It's so ridiculous.
Well, that was good, master. Kendall wins.
What was his last pick?
Water buffalo.
He loses.
Or plains buffalo.
Wait, did you pick a plains buffalo or a water buffalo?
I did take the plains buffalo.
Oh, then you fucking terribly lose.
Why? That's a good pick.
A water buffalo is murdering a plains buffalo. You picked the worst buffalo.
I think they're closer in comparison.
They're not. Water buffalo like regularly fight off crocodiles and lions.
They are more battle tested, but Kendall still wins.
Plains buffaloes just have to get out of the way of fucking geysers at Yellowstone.
Hey, listen, that's their own battle.
Yeah. Oh no, I'm too slow. Massey, here's the thing. I'll say you win. I'm not gonna give Kendall the win. He picked the wrong buffalo. I mean, at least you and I picked 1A and 1B in tigers.
This is true.
He picked B in buffalo.
I figured all buffaloes were pretty much on par for their battle, ability.
Kendall,
All
look
right.
up a picture of a water buffalo, and then look
We
up a
gotta
picture
wrap this
of a
shit
plains buffalo. You're a disgrace.
Well, be
Just
that as
spare
it may.
parts. Beer reviews. Massey, how was the bush?
Bush, refreshing as always. Gotta love it.
Nice. Kendall, how was your black IPA?
I had the Change of Heart from Bell's, the experimental black IPA. I did appreciate this for actually being different than the other two. In color, much darker. I'd have to read the box to know if it was like aged in something, to kind of give it a stout type color. Very dark. Kind of had like a coffee type, chocolatey type notes that like I wouldn't necessarily like tie in with an IPA. It was very interesting tasting. Very drinkable though, still at only 7%. I think all the beers are at 7. I will give this a 3.4 out of 5. Would get again, and I also had a PBR. Very serviceable beer. It doesn't even need a ranking. It's a drinkable beer. Get it.
I just saw, real quick, before I review my beer, I just saw a stat on TV that proves the Yankees' collapse of the Red Sox is the worst of all time.
The one time it's happened to the MLB.
Yeah, no team has ever blown a 3-0 series lead in the NBA history. 4 teams have done it in the NHL. Only 1 team has done it in the playoffs in the MLB.
Yeah.
Well, how was your Vermont beer?
My Vermont beer was very good. I had the Fiddlehead Second Fiddle Double IPA. It was very good, very hoppy, very bitter. Very good Citra and Mosaic hops. And I personally didn't read anything on the can, but I got Galacta hops, which I'm a huge fan of if they're actually in there. But it could also just be a bad palate night. It was pretty good. And then I also like to give a quick review to Giroux Private Vineyard Select. I had a private like luncheon education session on Friday, and at the end of the lunch session, when we all left, there were some open bottles on the table from the wines that we were trying, and because of the area in which I work, we have access to like really high end wines because we work in the area that we can sell them in. And the Giroux Select Vineyard is a $195 bottle of rosé wine. But I got to take half of it home for free, and drank that the other night, and it was pretty fucking awesome.
Nice.
Yeah, it was real good, real good. Subtle, slightly dry. We don't really give wine reviews. Slightly dry, very subtle floral notes, a little bit of vanilla, very minuscule in terms of like wildflower, but clean cut. Didn't leave too much on the back end. Delicious.
Very nice.
Yeah, I mean, if you drink a $200 bottle of wine, you got to review for the show.
Absolutely.
That's the way I look at it. And you know what? We didn't do it. We'll do it next week. Next week, Kendall, don't let us forget. We're going to do a sip of silence for Willie Mays.
I did mean to bring that up. I did forget.
Well, the reason I said we push it next week is I had something I wanted to talk about regarding Willie Mays. So, Kendall, you have to remember to do that next week.
Okay.
If you don't remember, Massey's going to delete that channel in Discord.
I'll send myself a text.
Yeah, you should. Once you put one of your fucking MLB lineup reminders in.
Yeah.
Ken, I'm going to go ahead and hide this channel now. For me. You still get access to it, but I'm going to hide it for myself.
Hilarious.
I would like to see this channel.
That's up to Kendall. It's his channel.
Listen, it can be public, but listen, I just don't want people, tainting it with other things.
Right. I think you should make it that only you can add to it, Massey, but everybody can see it. It'll really piss Mike Mock off.
Hold on. Did they score that?
I don't know. I hope not.
I can give you permissions for it.
You do whatever you think you need to do. Just don't let Mike Mock have access to it. He'll ruin it.
I won't let him post in it, but I will give him access to view it.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
So, that's what we're up against. But we'll talk more about that and the Great Willie Mays next week, as well as something else. I don't know what, but something good.
That's right.
Oh, wait, Kendall, where can they find us?
Find us at Facebook, Getting Sports with Drunk, Twitter and Instagram, GSWD_4.
Make sure you use the hashtag GSWD for all your daily uses. Whether it's sending a graphic that proves that you picked the wrong tiger, or, picking up fucking Plains Buffalo like a dumbass.
Like, follow, subscribe. Anywhere you can get internet radio shows, podcasts, we're there. Podbean, iHeart, do a search. We're there.
Yeah, Pornhub.
Yeah.
OnlyFans / Mike the Captain Mock.
Yes, sir.
It's so funny if you had a fucking OnlyFans or I'd die. Yeah, but tune into all the great stuff happening in Getting Sports with Drunk. Happy 350th anniversary, gentlemen.
Yes, you too.
Happy 350th.
Yeah, shot or no shot. We'll make it to 400.
There you go. Shot.
Shot.
There you go. Kendall, you won't be here. Until then, though, I'm your host of Cupcake, the Riddler.
I am the Mouse Chris Massey.
And the Red of Red Baron.
Yeah.